England has always been a place, always been a country where we have stood shoulder to shoulder against opposition. That is what's coming through today, is England, Manchester. People are going to stand shoulder to shoulder, and that they are going to remain strong, and that terrorism is not going to succeed.
A friend of my daughter's sent a message to say that she had just managed to get out of the arena and she was unhurt, but a bomb had gone off.
4 o'clock in the morning I woke up, spotted the news report and realised that this was a serious event.
All over the city, people trying to find out whether their loved ones were affected at all.
I think it's devastated everybody, the whole nation, to be honest.
Just this real sense of shock and horror of what had happened, trying to make sense of it all.
We arrived about 24 hours after the event. It was obvious that a lot of people were in shock. So there was a lot of disbelief, still some fear, not knowing if it was going to happen again.
The arena where the blast happened is cordoned off by the police, and you just can't get near it at all. But people can come into St Anne's Square. Floral tributes there are just amazing. People, as I say, just want to say goodbye, really.
They need to share the grief, the pain, the trauma. And so it's vital that we're there at the first possible opportunity. That the first thing that they hear is that message of the hope of the gospel. Where we see those acts of terror, we need to see God even bigger, showing the love and the compassion and the care for those that have been hurt.
Well, I think the most important thing that you do when you minister to people at this type of event is to be a listening ear. People like to be able to tell their story and tell how it's affected them, and I think that's part of the healing process for them.
Our role is to listen. We call it a ministry of presence, and it's to listen to people where they are in the way that is most appropriate to them.
Basically, I was in town yesterday, wasn't I? Crying, I was upset, I was really unhappy. And then I met her. She came over to me, started talking to me, gave me comfort in my grief, which I thought was amazing.
I've been blessed by my time of visiting with Marlon as well. When I met him, he really didn't feel like he had anything to live for. And he knows that God has a plan for his life now, and he's committed himself now to going to church. He went to church this morning for the first time in a while, and I just really think that God's going to use him in a mighty way. He's a special young man.
So when we're here, right after, or right at the moment of the event happening, as soon as possible, it gives us that opportunity to hold their hand as they start the journey of recovery.
Yesterday I was in tears, and today I feel like I've got a will to live. Thank God for her, and God bless people like you that have helped me get through this horrendous situation.
By, being the hands and feet, being the arms, being the shoulders for them to cry, we just hope the fact they'll see God's love in us, and then that will actually help to fill them.
The gospel message is appropriate in every situation, that our God is a caring, loving God, and his faithfulness will always endure, whatever circumstance befalls an individual or a city or a nation.
I hope that through the rapid response team coming to Manchester that we've been able to make a difference in helping people get on with the healing process and have that opportunity to work through their grief and provide them hope and encouragement that can only come through Jesus Christ.